Fly casual.
Alright, you guys, today we are looking at the Jumpmaster 5000. Anyways, the first thing you might notice about this ship is that it kind of looks like a toilet seat or a moon or a sea or a U-boat. There's all kinds of names for it so far. Either way, I think this is one of the silliest looking ships in the game so far. And that's totally fine because it does some amazing stuff. First off, I want to mention that on my Ghost video, if you haven't watched that, I did a blue backdrop trying to key that out, but that didn't work with some of the cards. So what I did this time was I got myself a little bit of green set up. I've lit everything up a bit better, so we'll have strong lines. If it doesn't work, then obviously you'll know, but we're going to do what we can and see if I can get this to work. But who knows? So let's go ahead and take a look at the dial. This is the first asymmetrical dial in this game, and that totally makes sense based on the design of the ship. It's an asymmetrical ship. Steven from Team Covenant, a long time ago, I think it must have been during their E-Wing unboxing or something like that, had mentioned, I hope someday we're going to get an asymmetrical dial, like, this guy really likes to turn right, or whatever. And I thought, that is totally silly. Why would they ever do that? But here we are today. That actually happened. The stat line for the Jumpmaster 5000 is 2 attack, 2 agility, 5 hull, and 4 shields. And as some of you may know already, we're going to be able to modify that primary attack value. First off, we have the Contracted Scout, 25 points. Comes with an EPT, 2 torpedo slots, a crew slot, a salvaged astromech slot, and an illicit slot. An EPT on the generic is, I don't know if that's unprecedented, but that's really solid, super cool, and at 25 points, this is a big deal. Already, we're seeing 3 Jumpmaster builds, and the more that people discover about how to play these things, the more deadly they're going to get. And now we're looking at Maneuverability, 27 points. At the start of the combat phase, you may assign all focus, evade, and target lock tokens assigned to you to another friendly ship. I'm wondering how that's going to interact with Atani Mind Link. I haven't read that in a little bit, so once we get to that, we'll come back to Maneuverability. But 27 points, only 2 points for 1 pip of pilot skill, and then this ability. So that's pretty cheap. That's awesome. Next up, we have Tel Travura. The first time you would be destroyed, cancel any remaining damage, discard all damage cards, and deal 4 face-down damage cards to this ship. 30 points, pilot skill 7. And then, of course, we have Dengar, pilot skill 9. Once per round, after defending, if the attacker is inside your firing arc, you may perform an attack against that ship. We're going up 3 points this time, from pilot skill 7 to pilot skill 9 for Dengar's ability. And let's be honest, that's a really killer ability. So far, people are only talking about 3 Jumpmaster builds, but obviously you can do 4 if you'd like to. And with that amazing dial, you can do some pretty cool stuff. Like, that S-loop opens a lot more options as far as maneuverability. It takes 2 turns to kind of get where you want to go, but with only 2 red maneuvers on the dial, what is there to complain about? Now we're going to get into the upgrades. This is another good reason to buy 3 copies of the Jumpmaster. We're looking at Atani Mind Link. For 1 point, it's an EPT, scum only. Each time you are assigned a focus or stress token, each other friendly ship with Atani Mind Link must also be assigned the same type of token if it does not already have one. What's cool is that it's not like a range-dependent ability. Next up, we're looking at Plasma Torpedoes. It's a torpedo upgrade, 3 points, 4 dice attack, range 2 to 3, attack, target lock, spend your target lock and discard this card to perform this attack. If this attack hits, after dealing damage, remove 1 shield token from the defender. Boba Fett. This guy is the star of the pack. He's a crew card, he's unique, scum only, 1 point. After performing an attack, if the defender was dealt a face-up damage card, you may discard this card and choose and discard one of the defender's upgrade cards. Now, what does this mean? This is a big deal. Boba Fett does not mean that if I'm shooting at Soontir Fel and I deal a critical damage, that does not mean I can get rid of Royal Guard Ty and then he needs to get rid of one of his modifications. This doesn't mean that I can get rid of the EPT Astromech and then they lose their EPT. Because what's been clarified is that when you start the game, whatever upgrades are assigned to your ship are assigned to your ship. They don't need to have those qualifiers still out there if Boba Fett takes one of them off. So if you want to take Royal Guard TIE from me, go ahead. It's not going to do a thing to me. However, if you were to take a hull upgrade from me, then I am losing one hull. There is some debate on that still, but as far as I know, you're losing one hull. If that information ever becomes inaccurate, be sure to let me know in the comment section below, and we'll add an annotation so people know what's up. Moving on to Dengar. He's a crew card. He costs 3 points. He's unique. When attacking, you may re-roll 1 attack die. If the defender is a unique pilot, you may re-roll up to 2 attack dice. It's a lot like Predator. And now we have Gonk. Gonk is going to make a splash in this game as well on the Houndstooth. So Gonk, he's unique, scum only, 2 points, he's a crew card. Action, place 1 shield token on this card. Or, action, remove 1 shield token from this card and recover 1 shield. Stress bots, go for Gonk. Whatever ship has Gonk on it, stress him out. R5P8, he's unique. He's scum astromech. He's 3 points. Once per round after defending, you may roll 1 attack die. On a hit result, the attacker suffers 1 damage. On a crit result, you and the attacker suffer 1 damage. People are already talking about ties from this card. 2 copies of R4. He's a scum astromech. He's 1 point. During the combat phase, when you spend a focus token, you may receive 1 stress token to assign 1 focus token to your ship. Okay, Rage. Action. Assign 1 focus token to your ship and receive 2 stress tokens. Until the end of the round, when attacking, you may re-roll up to 3 attack dice. It's a costly action, but it's a focus target lock situation for 1 point. For my money, Rage is going on Tycho. Next, we got another copy of Feedback Array. We've seen Feedback Array before. And we have 2 copies of Guidance Chips, aka Ordnance Cures. It's a modification, it's 0 points. Once per round, when attacking with a torpedo or missile secondary weapon, you may change 1 die result to a hit result, or a crit result if your primary weapon value is 3 or higher. Just a 0 point modification, though. That's so great. Like, maybe there are other modifications you want to throw on Vader or whoever's going to be your Ordnance caddy, but Ordnance is going to mean something now. It's not going to be just cards that go into the back of the binder. And our last card is the Punishing 1 title, Jumpmaster 5000 only. It's a title, it's 12 points. Increase your primary weapon value by 1. This is the most expensive upgrade card in the game. And it makes it so that if you don't want to have that 3 attack die ship and you just want something cheaper so you can put more stuff out there, you can do that. It gives you more choices as a player. We're getting to the point in this game where you can build whatever you want. We used to see so many of the same Fat Han. We used to see so many of the same Rack Fell builds. And now everything is going to be so different. Okay, this has been my review of the Jumpmaster 5000. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. This is a really great turreted ship for the scum. This is just another reason that Wave 8 is probably the best wave in the entire game. We're getting so many new things that gives a player control over their own build. You don't have to bring Poe Dameron and a stress bot. I feel like this is a really special time in this game, and we're all going to be seeing some weird stuff across the table. So now the $1 million question, do you get 3 of these? At this point, I say no. If that is the list that you're psyched to play, buy one of them, figure out how they work, and then get the other 2. Like me in Wave 7, I really wanted to buy 5 Kirax fighters, just because those guys are tanky, they're pretty much X-Wings, but we don't see them anywhere anymore. So give it some time. Figure out if that's what you really want to do. Get yourself stomped on a couple times by a good 3 Jumpmaster build. Then go for it. Me personally, I'm buying 1 of everything, and I'm probably going to stick with that and work within those bounds. Alright, thanks for watching this video. Subscribe for more X-Wing content, and don't forget to fly casual.